Autoridades, volta e meia a gente se depara com pessoas que acham que o trabalho delas sempre vale mais do que o nosso. Isso acontece com advogado, isso acontece com contador, isso acontece com qualquer prestador de serviço. E conosco, gestores de investimento e ainda mais na parte de construção civil, acontece todos os dias que a gente conversa com alguém. Muitas vezes a gente mostra um projeto e a primeira coisa que as pessoas olham é quanto a gente está ganhando, não quanto os outros, quanto eles investidores ou quanto eles fornecedores e prestadores de serviços vão ganhar. O nosso trabalho é intenso. As pessoas não veem as inúmeras horas que a gente passa negociando com o fornecedor, fazendo venda, pensando em estratégia e discutindo antes de qualquer coisa começar o projeto. Então hoje vai uma dessas reuniões do nosso projeto ali em Hollywood, que a gente teve com o arquiteto, onde a gente está discutindo problemas, ou vendo como é que estão desenvolvendo os problemas de aprovação dos projetos na cidade, as peculiaridades que eles pedem, até o trabalho muito difícil e muito detalhado que a gente faz para fazer caber o nosso investimento dentro do orçamento. Então é isso aí, espero que gostem. He's God, you don't see when he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. And he just appears when he's completely necessary. He's good.
One means all the time. All the time is completely necessary. So
Yeah.
Rafael, let's talk.
I don't think I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
I think we have like a couple of items that we should discuss. One of the first one we would like to touch base regarding the city process, see how we are going, what is your expectation to have it approved or something like this.
So this city somehow has fallen on like the perfect retirement inspectors reviewers place, which means like all these people have been moved, like the people that I knew from a year ago, they're just old people. Very old people, they are moving very slow. You saw how much it takes just to get the first revision, you know, like the first comments took like 2 months, something like that. And I'm aware, of course I have my schedule and I'm on top of it, but you know, with these things it's kind of very difficult to control with the city. But basically, at this point we're in a very good stage, because most of the comments that they were not stupid, but at least things that they should not be there, like requesting shop drawings, stuff that you request when you have a master, because you need to submit it with a master permit to get a paper. For example, we have here like a mechanical permit application with license number. I said, listen, we don't have plans yet, so basically we need to have a master permit, so our subcontractor mechanical will make a proposal according with what is approved, because then otherwise we're lying. And that's oh, you guys do that like this now, and I say, well, no. Like,
Oh, this answer.
It is what it is, because you don't want to go back and forth, because that's when the people take advantage and then they add you $2,000 more for something small. That's how it goes. So we had before all these comments regarding many other things. They have been erased. So the expediter did the job to talk to them. I just had to talk to one of the guys. We had approved the most important ones, which is zoning and planning, which is 2 departments, but they put it like one. The building, electrical, which is all the thing with electrical, engineering, landscape review, which was one of my biggest concerns, because you have been aware of how the landscape is being impacting any project. Like they are asking for more trees, they are asking for more irrigation plants, they are asking for more stuff. Because of the green concept of the building. We don't apply, of course. I listed here so you guys can have it, and I can send you guys this Word document as a reference for the meeting of today. Like we don't apply the fire, the department, and the water and sewer capacity review, because as we already have everything on the plumbing. So the plumbing is the one that just reviewed that we are still okay with what is the cap for this one. So with the comments, they put a structural comment which we already addressed on what we submit, and then they just left this kind of reference that is nothing, like it doesn't say anything. So the expediter needs to ask, like, what does this mean? It's like, yeah, we submit all those pages, but they were all related to your item, which it should be already addressed, which it was a small little detail and structural. Nothing big, so that doesn't affect anything of the things that you have been running. Plumbing, they just need the irrigation, which we already submit, so they didn't saw it, so that's why I have to be addressed by the expediter, because we did submit it on the last. This is the one that is related with the letter that we signed off.
I had to sign a letter that we would not spend more than...
Basically, what they are saying is that there's this called like substantial improvement, which is, remember what we talked from the beginning, the amount that we can spend regarding the asset value of the property in order to not bring the whole thing to a code, you know, like it was basically with the flood level, and that we served that out, and with the letter should be good. On Miami Beach they asked the letter and they asked a contract, a detailed contract that is showing that this number that we're saying here, the 3014, those make sense, you know. In this case they didn't ask, so some things are good, but from this city some other ones are bad. The baddest is the slow process that they have, because also they don't work every day. They work one day, 2 days, you know, like the small city of Bay Harbor.
And the letter was approved. This letter was approved.
Provide.
Provide.
So they still have this comment, so they haven't reviewed this, but this is just transferring liabilities. They wanted the letter. Yes, in plans.
I didn't know about this letter. We have to sign.
We already signed.
Okay, that's fine. That we're not going to spend over 314. Otherwise, it would have to change the code, change everything.
It's basically like what is going to impact is FEMA, which is the one that can kind of destroy the whole house, because you have to bring the whole house like 2 feet more higher. So what they are saying is that we have an allowance, and then what is being left over is $5,284, which we just transferred that letter to whoever bought it, and then in the next 5 years they cannot do any improvements on the house more than that.
My question is, we're going to do almost double this amount of money.
But the calculations for the city, they don't care about finishes. So these calculations are just regarding a structural, a roof, and partitions. So that's okay. They don't care if you spend
$1 million.
$1 million. No, they don't care.
Do you want some coffee, guys?
I do.
Oh, sorry, I didn't offer. I made just for
So, just the structural part, we are within this no.
I think just the things that would affect the code.
Period. They don't care.
And we are within.
Yes, we are. They just needed the owner to acknowledge that your leftover is $5,284.
If you put gold.
Yes, it makes sense. They don't care.
They don't care. Never care. So now you are familiar. Like they made square feet structural for this with void piles. It's 65 whatever square feet. Then they do the numbers with the plans. But if you hang whatever you want to hang on the bathroom, it doesn't matter for them. Thank you so much.
And what about the landscaping?
Landscaping is approved. Yeah.
It is, but what about the budget for landscaping? Is it crazy amount of money?
Oh no. Well, I think we use.
We're having problem. Just to let you know, we're having problem in our project in Bay Harbor.
Okay.
What was approved in 2012, I guess, before we buy the land, it's a crazy expensive landscape. You know, huge 10-foot trees, and we're having a
we can review that, but we basically use the existing ones because they count towards the mitigation that we have to give them back.
Based on the plans, then it still needs to be reviewed or answered. The project can the project suffer any major changes, or can I start doing the renderings?
No, we have zoning and planning.
So I can just If we change something, it would be minor.
It will be minor things.
So I will start the renderings.
We are good with the renderings. The only one that we were kind of checking was the engineering. And engineering, it's okay. You just asked us, and we already submit the correction to show that 5 cars, because the calculation for them is that for the size of the house, you need to be able to park 5 cars.
But we can, right?
3 inside, 2 inside.
Outside.
Yeah. So they just needed to see the little car drawn on the plan.
It's 1 car per bedroom, or because
no, they have it with the square feet of the house. So we have 3,657. So we need
3,657
an AC space. That's for them, for the AC space. So which is what they do the calculation with. Okay.
But our AC space is 4,200.
We have. They are not counting. I think the empty space, which counts toward the square feet of the house for the stairs. So that could be the difference that they have. Yeah.
5 cars. That's a lot. I live in a 1-story house with 3,300 square feet AC area, and it's a 3-car garage.
No, but you have the driveway.
This. No, we put 3 on the, like we put 2 on the front, and then we put 1 on the side and the other one on the side. We have a space for them, so it was not a problem. But that was the kind of the department that I had fear with. This one, I come with.
It's easy.
With we already addressed. Remember the bunch of comments.
You just have to draw the cars outside.
They are done. That they are submitted. Okay. Now the problem is that they review it. That's what we mean pushing. That brings to the question that I know is going to come up. Since we talked, I think I said 4 weeks. We already had run like a week and a half. So we still have like 2 weeks and a half of what was my guess of these comments to be reviewed.
Okay, so the second point, Rafael, is that until today I couldn't like fit in the budget.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm over budget, almost 100,000.
Okay.
Just for you to have an idea.
So how much is right now, just for me as a reference?
My number was like around 650,000.
Okay.
But the project number is
750.
550.
Oh no, but remember that when, and that's something that we talk about that once upon the time, and I do remember. Like it was going to have 100,000 spam for the budget because of the improvements that we were doing additional. Like that was kind of the difference between the first project idea of just keeping everything on one floor, because it was kind of the same work on foundation that we were going to have to do regarding the second floor, and combining if you see on the plans, you have a traditional roof on the top that takes cost down compared to concrete, but there was always since the beginning.
But my question, which number did you work on when you were discussing with the subcontractors? Which number was in your mind?
And that's not my part. I just say it because I know construction and I know how much the things cost. For me, I think it was we get set up, and I think that was including Douglas on that meeting at the job site. Like 650, I was thinking 650, 675. It was being kind of the construction cost.
Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna have to reduce it like 100K to 550. We know that it may be very difficult to just.
And I understand because it's an investor's property, so I do understand.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I have been busy to not send you the email back from my guys, which they will be very useful for you because it's people that just do work. They are very simple people. It's just people that they do a good job.
They are laborers.
They are laborers.
Okay.
It's going to be way cheaper, of course.
But the 1 million question is, not at this moment, but do you see any change that you could do in the design, or not the design, I'm talking about in the plans, finish maybe, that could drop this price a little bit?
Okay. And this is just because we're sitting just us. It would be better if Douglas also was here. But we have worked with investor property and we have built it and everything. When it's good to start small. I know you guys have a team with marketing, you have an interior designer. Once you say you have an interior designer, I am putting at least 30% more cost.
Just We're not using them.
We didn't hire anybody.
Good.
It was too expensive.
Because it's going to be not just paying them, it's the actual.
I know, it's
listen,
yeah, the material.
We go, guys. If you guys have very much resources and you have very good stuff that you can buy regarding finishes. And listen, you guys are my team. If we want to go and pick the materials, I take you to the places that I know we have. I have the interior designer discount, which is like 15%, and then you can fit it on the budget. Those are things that you can start looking about savings, because that's what you have to do with investment. You're going to show a very nice product,
absolutely,
but you have to be resourceful to get as many savings as possible, you know?
Fazer a laje aqui, precisa fazer